Hello friends, welcome back to the English lab. Today I have modal verbs for you. Let us learn these auxiliaries. They have some special purpose and uses in English. There are many doubts about it. I told you that I will bring the correct knowledge about these modal verbs. So actually the word modal has come from mood. So these verbs are used especially to give or tell about some special moods. So let us see these special meanings of these verbs. So the first one is can. So it has some uses. There are three different uses of can. The first one is when we use it to tell ability of a person. For example, I can do this or I cannot help you. So it is about ability. The second use of can is for possibility. When we are to tell about you can say 50% possibility, so we use can. For example, he can come today. And the third use is when we have to ask or give permission, but in a friendly way. Okay, you can use this modal verb can for this purpose only with friends and relatives. Okay, example, can I see your phone? Or can I go out for playing, mom? So these were the three uses of can. Now let us move on to the second modal verb, that is may. The first use is for telling about a possibility. So it is a little less than can. So you can say, for example, you may be right. Okay, and the second use is when we are to give or ask for a permission but in a formal way. So it is different from can. Can we use only for friendly purpose, for asking for permission from our friends or family members, but may is used when we are to ask or give permission to some who is not our relative. So it is used in a formal way. For example, may I come in? Okay, so the third use of may is when we are to tell about our wish. For example, may you succeed. So these were the three uses of may. Let us move on to the next part of our lesson. Here we have at third number modal verb could. This is also very important modal verb. It has also three uses. First, it is used when we are to talk about past form of can. For example, I could not call you, sorry. Second, when we are to make a request very politely, okay? For example, could you speak a bit louder, please? And third, for third purpose, we use could when we are to talk about a very little possibility, okay? For example, you could win this lottery. So these were the three uses of could. And the fourth modal verb is might. It also has three uses. First one is when we are to use it as past tense of may. For example, he said that he might come. Second use is when we are to talk about a possibility in an active sense, in such a way that which we do not want it to happen. For example, don't run, you might fall. Okay, third use of might is when we are to make a request very politely, just like could. For example, might I ask you a question or ask you something? These were the uses of might. Let us move on to the next part. The next modal is would. I would say this is the mostly used modal verb. So now learn it carefully and see. Incidentally, it also has three uses like all others. So the first use is when we are to talk about a possibility which is very little. Okay, less than sure. Okay, first example, he would come with his family. Okay, it's not sure, less than sure. Second example, you would like it, or would you like some tea? The next example of the same use is I would like to. Okay, the next use of would is when we are to make a wish. So you would say would that I had more money. And the third use is when we are to use it to tell about a past habit. For example, he would daily call me when we were friends. So these were the uses of would. The next modal is shall. I told you in my video when we were doing tenses that I will clear your doubt about will and shall. So generally we use will in our everyday talking and using language when we have to talk about future tense, but shall has some special uses. Let us learn them. The first use is when we are to give a strict order to someone, we use shall. For example, every student shall wear the uniform. Or when we are to warn someone for a warning, we use shall. For example, you shall not talk to him again. The third use is when we are to make a promise, so we can use shall with every subject. Example, you shall get your money. So these were the special uses of this modal verb shall. So this is the topic that we are to do now. This is still remaining. We are to cover it in the next video. So that's all for today. I hope you liked it. So learn it, do more practice. I will give you practice exercise after the completion of this topic. So let us continue this in the next video. So see you again very soon. Bye bye.